Do you ever feel like you're behind in life, or your life isn't exactly panning out the way you had hoped for or planned? Well, I wanted to create this video, which is a slightly different video to what I normally do because by trade, I'm a habit coach, so helping people with getting healthy, both physically and mentally, improving their mindset, and then also as time goes on, improving our kind of purposeful living and how we can get more out of ourselves and more out of our life. But I thought this was an important topic because there's so much kind of discontent that people have with, I think, their own life, right? And I think that's really stemmed from just all the comparisons that we can do online. And so just to give a bit of backstory, I'm 35, single, no kids, in a different career path, which I didn't expect to be in a couple years ago. And I got to a stage in my life where I'm a little bit confused with what the next kind of chapter is, and also kind of feeling a little bit behind as well, kind of where has the time gone. And this has really stemmed from catching up with a bunch of my friends over the past month or two, and I'm super fortunate to have so many different friends in different friendship groups from either university or in London or even from work or football teams or whatever it might be. And I wanted to share with you kind of what I've been thinking about over the past couple months after catching up with all of these different friends, different people in different stages of their life. So I'm sure you're the same if you look at your friendship group, right? Like I said, I'm 35 years of age, and this is an age where some of my friends have already been married for 10 plus years, right? They have been with their same partner since college or university, and they've got married young. I also have a lot of friends that are still single. I have friends that already have a 5-year-old or even older. I have friends that don't have kids. I have friends that unfortunately haven't been able to have kids yet. I have friends that are in the corporate world that have been in the same job for the same company because they enjoy it for 10 plus years. But I also have friends that are already on their third business that they've started up. I have friends that have bought a house in the countryside, but also friends that have just rental apartments in cities. And so I think the point that I'm trying to make here is everybody is on different timelines, right? And we're on different paths. I think we have been not necessarily sold this one path, but the typical path is you go to school, you get a job, you get married, you get kids, you get a house, and that's the typical path at a certain age. But like I've just reeled off there, all of these different friends are in different career paths, different stages of their life, kids, married, single, traveling, home base, whatever it might be. And so I think what I'm trying to say here is if you're feeling behind or you're on this path that you didn't necessarily panned out, it doesn't necessarily mean you failed or you're behind. You know, take being in a relationship, for example. Unfortunately, I know many people that are in relationships just for the sake of it, and they're not happy. And to me, I would much rather be in the single category. You know, if everyone was on the same path, doing the same thing, the same timeline, we wouldn't be different. We wouldn't be humans, right? We'd just be on this assembly line like a robot. And really, again, it all boils down to comparison is the thief of joy. Again, unfortunately, I know people that are in a relationship, for example. I know they're not happy because I've either spoken to them or I've heard it through someone else, but yet they're posting on Instagram all of these amazing photos of their life and how happy they are. And this is the exact problem that we have with social media, is that you're only seeing the highlight reel of other people. And of course, then you want that, but that's not reality. So really just trust your timeline. And to make this more applicable, you know, just think of all your friends, think of all your friendship groups and all the different paths that everyone is on, and then you'll start to realize that everyone's on different paths, different timelines, etc., and you'll feel less behind or less happy with whatever path you're on at the moment. So I hope this useful. I hope this video was useful. And again, just some more food for thought.